Also looks reversed. Why is it reversed? Is it me or is the screen flipped? Savannah, help me here. Yeah, why is the screen inverted? It's backwards.
Oh, there, it's on.
But how do I make it correct? Why is it back? Why is it inverted?
I'm not sure. Do you fuck it up? No, what are you fucking it over?
Hey, you guys. So I'm trying to take video of my phone so that you guys can see. Come on, man, work. Okay then. Give me the screen. Get me the printouts then, since apparently that's all I can do. I'm trying to show you guys the actual conversation between me and this person, but for some reason my camera will not focus, and B, it's inverted. Everything is inverted, which I really don't understand. Stop it. But so the deal is, I got accused of asking someone or of making someone delete their YouTube channel. As for my coffee, it's right there. It's right there. Yeah, I just woke up and I'm pretty dang ticked off. This is not going to be a long or positive conversation. So, all right. Savannah, let me see the text messages. Oh yeah, I need a pen to block out any of the numbers.
Okay.
Let's see here. It doesn't look backwards to you guys. Can you read that? Because to me, it's not correct. Can y'all actually read that?
Let me look on your YouTube.
Yeah, see if because to me it's inverted. Okay, so they're saying they can read that. Okay, it's
it's definitely, yeah.
That is so weird. Why is it backwards on my thing?
Yeah, so you can read that.
Why is it backwards on mine?
No.
Okay, all right. Either way, that's fine. So let's do this. First of all, we have to go back to my phone because I need to know what order these are in because it still wouldn't focus. So first of all, before we do this, we're gonna go to the start of these messages. I'm gonna come over here and go to the start. All right, here we go. Friday, June 28th. So first, let's take it off of that because I don't want. Send me this message. I thought that I could just do video of my phone because I felt that would honestly be the best way to do it because I don't want anybody accusing me of doctoring anything or anything like that. So I figured I'll just show it on my phone, but it will not. It won't be clear. Whatever. I can't. I just woke up, y'all. Literally, this is not okay for me. Well, here we go. That's better. So let's try that. There we go. Okay, let's try this. If you guys can read it, I'm trusting you that you say you can read it. So I did put a piece of tape over her number. Hopefully that works. Okay, so here we go. Hi, Rachel. I'm in your live. Heard your concerns about the channel that I made to share Honey's growth, and I just wanted you to know that I totally understand the concern. If it's a big deal, I can always make it private so that no one needs a link to see the vids. To be honest, I was a bit hurt. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let's get a little closer. Okay. To be honest, I was a bit hurt that you thought my actions were ill-intended, but again, you are just in your concern. I wouldn't want to start a trend of any kind that would promote people buying your dogs for the explicit purpose of making money off them and not for the purpose of getting sheer joy as a part of their family. Please know that I only thought it would be nice to start the channel for you and others to enjoy watching her as she grows. Also, we bought her from you because we respected your ethics as a breeder. Not sure if you remember, but we were going to get a puppy from the breeder here in North Carolina that you got Tennessee from and recommended before you and she had a falling out. And it was when she did you dirty that we decided we'd rather get a puppy from you anyway. I personally don't remember that. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not remember that. I didn't think they had a deposit week for that long. Tennessee's been gone for a long time. But having said that, let's go back to the video that I did yesterday. So let me see here. So let's go to the live so I can see what's being said. See where we are. Come on. Okay, so here we are. I want to make sure that this camera is getting it. Come on, there we go. All right, so let's play. Play. This is what I said.
Workout things yesterday, so I'm very, very, very sore all over. And I'm moving slow.
Thank you. I don't know how to say that. It's spelled U-E-O.
Euro?
Yes. Like I said, have you seen Honey Bear's YouTube channel?
I have seen it, yes. I have seen it.
She's seen it. So it's probably asked for Honey Bear. Honey Bear is Preacher's daughter, right?
I'll be honest, like, it slightly makes me uncomfortable. No, I trust them, but I'm a little afraid of people coming to me and trying to buy a dog for me explicitly for trying to start their own YouTube channel or something like that. And so in that regard, it does make me a little uncomfortable, but they had a course already, so they had prior experience. You know, as long as they take good care of her, then I guess it's fine. You know, anybody can start a YouTube channel, but it does make me a little worried that it could start like, you know, a trend, and that isn't something that I really want to encourage. Because I want people to have my dogs because they love my dogs, because they like, you know, the rest of our dogs. Like, they want a puppy for me, not because they want to start a YouTube channel. So hopefully, you know, it's just like a one-off, and that's fine. But I don't want, I don't know. It's a weird one. It's very weird. My goal is always to have the most loving and caring homes for my dogs, for people that genuinely love them. And I just want to make sure that there's never any type of incentive to get one of my dogs other than that, at the core of the issue.
Thank you.
So that's what I said. Okay, that's what I said. At no point did I ever ask them to take the channel down. At no point was I disrespectful. You know, at no point was I disrespectful about it. At no point did I accuse them of ill will, like she says here. She says, to be honest, I was a bit hurt that you thought my actions were ill-intended. Now, what part of what I said indicated that I felt that her actions were ill-intended? They were not. And I don't take kindly to somebody making an accusation against me whenever I went out of my way to be clear that I did not feel that way about her. Okay? So that ticked me off, not gonna lie. That ticked me off. And I told her, I think you need to rewatch what I said. Let's see if it'll come in. There we go. I think you need to rewatch what I said, because I never claimed that your intentions were dishonest. I said I was afraid that it might cause people that are dishonest to come and get dogs for me for that purpose. Ask anyone for getting their getting their emotions hurt. I had my emotions hurt whenever you posted her and used our name in the title, which was pretty obvious that you were trying to get views from my channel. It hurt my feelings that you didn't at least mention it to us. Having said that, I didn't say anything to you about it because it's your right, and I didn't say anything, and I didn't see anything wrong with your channel or what you were doing or saying. Then I said, corrected myself. She goes, it was never my intention to hurt you. Greatest respect for you. That's why she tagged me in the video. She didn't understand that using my name or my kennel name in her video does not tag me. And then I said, it also made me wonder if the reason you kept her name the same was for SEO purposes and not because you actually liked the name. The truth is, you're allowed to create a YouTube channel with any dog, and it's not up to me to tell you that you can't, but it does just make me scared for my puppies, that people are just looking for clout and money, might be buying a dog from me just to start a YouTube channel because they know how loyal my subscribers are and how much they love my puppies. If you can't see why that's a valid fear for me to have, then I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully you guys can read this. I think I'm, let's see here. But you definitely set a new precedent because you're the only person that's ever bought a dog from me and made a YouTube channel and titled the video in my kennel name to ensure that you got the views. And you know that it worked because I can see how much higher the view count is on that video versus all the other ones. My channel has been inundated with people mentioning your channel, and that is only going to incentivize people that are watching to want to buy a dog from me for the explicit purpose, which genuinely scares me. She goes, by tagging you, I knew it would show up in your feed. You are right. It would have been best to message you in retrospect. I apologize for not thinking it through, but I lean on you now as to whether it's best to discontinue the channel or make it private. Now, let me be clear. I already told her that's not my place. It is not my place to tell somebody what to do with their own lives, and I'm not going to. Okay, let me be very clear on that. That's not tagging me. It does not work that way. I never saw your video in my feed. People told me about it, which is true. Just like this video, people told me about it, as you saw on the live stream. I said, I don't have any opinion on whether or not you should make your channel private or not. That's your life, and I wouldn't feel comfortable telling you what to do with it. I just want you to be aware of the possible consequences of people thinking that they can make a bunch of money off YouTube by selling, hold on, let me try to get this clear, by buying a dog from me just to put it online for people to watch. And she said, I understand that, but people can do that regardless of where they got the puppy from, Rachel, which, let me just be very clear. When somebody starts to use my first name in a conversation, I take that as a hostility. I don't know about you guys, but I have not once felt the need to call her out and be like, you know, like I don't do it. I don't do it. If I tell my daughter, hey, go clean the dishes, and then I tell Savannah, like I tell her, Savannah, go clean the dishes, or why are you doing that, Savannah? Like it's a kind of
It's kind of like saying someone's first name and last name.
yeah, I don't take it well. Maybe that's just me. I fully admit that could just be me, but that's how I am. And she says, I understand that, but people can do that regardless. Hopefully I'm getting this. Come on. It's hard to know how this thing is. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Come on. There we go. Okay. YouTube, I did tag you in my IG as well. Anyway, I'm not trying to be crass. Come on. I'm not trying to be crass, but I just wanted you to know for a fact that I buy her to use her as a tool on YouTube. I'm like you. My feelings are easily hurt. I feel really bad that your feelings were hurt. I hope that you will forgive my ignorance and lack of forethought. Now, let me be clear. My feelings were not hurt. I'm not that sensitive. What I did is what I do with people who try to pull the victim card on me, okay? When somebody says to me, my feelings were hurt because of something that I did when I actually didn't do that thing, a lot of people these days are used to saying, oh, well, if I pull the victim card, that automatically makes me right. No, it doesn't. And I'll be very quick to pull it back on you, okay? If anyone gets to feel like a victim right now, that's me, okay? Because I certainly didn't do anything to deserve any of this. I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't tell her to put her YouTube channel down. I wasn't mean to her. I wasn't rude to her. I made no such comment. So to sit there and be like, well, you hurt my feelings. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I'm not responsible for you taking something wrong. And therefore, I will quickly flip the switch back on you. She goes, and then I said, no, they can't. You can buy a puppy from whoever you want, but you're not going to get the views like you would. Savannah, can you please stop? But you're not going to get the views like you would when you buy a puppy from me. At this point, I have no idea what your intentions are or were. I don't know you well enough to know that. I just hope that it doesn't incentivize people to do the same thing. I want people to buy my dogs because they love my dogs, not because they're trying to make money off our kennel name. At this time, there's no way for me to know what your intentions are in that regard. In my heart, I feel like if you really wanted me to know and participate in her growth, then you would have texted me about it to let me know that you had a channel. You have my number. It seems like not texting me is a passive way of going about it, which makes me think that your intentions were not as pure as you claim. People with nothing to hide don't tend to hide things. You may have tagged me on Instagram, but I never saw it because I get hundreds, if not thousands, of notifications a day on Instagram. So there's no way for me to see all of them. I've had people use my kennel name as a way to try to get views for their channel before. So it's something that has happened to me quite a bit. The difference is that those people at least let me know they were doing it. The fact that you got defensive over it also makes me feel even stronger that I'm correct, because I don't, because people don't tend to get defensive unless they know they did something wrong. Claiming that your feelings were hurt whenever I didn't say anything negative about you is also an indication. Instead of recognizing that maybe you did something that could have been perceived as rude, you decided to play the victim and act like I insulted you when I did no such thing. Then she resent back her message. Hi, Rachel, I'm in your live, blah, blah, blah. And then she said, my initial message above wasn't defensive, it was apologetic. And then she sent another message about where she said that she was trying to tag me. I admitted that texting you would have been best, and I apologized. At this point, I'm not sure what else to do. Now, this is another thing I hate when people do. When they don't actually take any responsibility, which she hasn't. She's been basically putting it all off, not really owning much of anything other than the fact that she should have texted me. And she still hasn't admitted that she was being defensive. It was not apologetic. So automatically that I don't play that game. I don't play it with my daughter either. You admit to your fault and you move on. And then I screenshotted her message and pointed out where she was being defensive. To be honest, I was a bit hurt that you thought my actions were ill-intended. I never said that. You guys watched the View. I never said that. Okay, never once said her intentions were ill. I said that's defensive because I never at any point claimed you had ill intentions. If your intention was to apologize or clear something up, then let me see here. Come on. There we go. If your intention was to apologize or clear things up, claiming that I did something that I didn't do is not a good way to go about it. I made sure to not say anything negative about you or your channel because I didn't see anything negative about it. I only spoke about the potential for issues going forward. And she goes, and you liked the post, Rachel. There she goes again. You know, Rachel, like, I just, whatever. People may not see it that way. I do. And that's when I started to lose my temper. Again, I'm sincerely sorry. You'll have your doubts as long, and the whole I'm sincerely sorry. I don't believe she's sincerely sorry. She's hardly been taking responsibility for what she's saying. I don't believe that. I think that that's a tactic that people do. They sit there. It's like how some of my dogs will roll, like Velocity will roll around like she's being like whenever she messes with Cashmere and gets in her face, and then Cashmere gets onto her because she's like, get out of my face, and then Velocity sits there crying like she's the victim. That's how I see that. Look, I really don't appreciate your tone, honestly. It just makes me feel like you really are using her for attention. Let's get in here. Come on. There we go. I liked the post after people told me about it. I don't know why that's so hard for you to understand about that. Or blah. I liked the post after people told me about it. I don't know what's so hard for you to understand about that. I already told you people told me about it. And at that point, I found all your social media. I even commented on your YouTube channel. So clearly I knew about it. Not sure what using my first name in these messages is supposed to do other than really agitate me. I'm starting to lose my patience on the subject. I was nice about it. I didn't say anything mean, and now you're pissing me off. And then she says, it's the only thing that will prevent the trend. This really isn't going well. I'm not in any way trying to agitate you, and I'm not using her. And then she goes, all videos are deleted. At which point I said, if that's what you choose to do, then that's your choice. I never asked you to delete them or your channel. If you rewatch what I said in the live stream, you will see that I actually tried to be very diplomatic on the subject. Then when I read somebody's message today, come on, man. This thing sucks. This camera really sucks. Anyway, you guys can see it. It's on the video. Anyway, you actually made the owner shut down her channel. Are you serious? No, I didn't. So then I texted her this morning. Unfortunately, now I have to do a video on our conversation providing text messages because people think I made you shut your channel down. On top of that, I rewatched my video last night and I never ever criticized you at all. In fact, I even said that I trusted you. Now, because you got all emotional and overreacted, I have to address this publicly. Let me see if I hope that came through. Then I sent her the screenshot of what was going on YouTube. This is like the blurriest video ever. Super blurry. I hate you, stupid camera. LG webcam, you suck. Okay, so whatever. And then I said, technically, you should be the one addressing this, not me. I shouldn't have to defend myself for something I didn't do just because you lost control of your emotions last night and decided to twist my words into something that I never said. Feel free to watch my statement about your channel again, just so you know how wrong you actually were. So that's where this is at. I'm leaving it at that. I'm not going to be blamed for doing something that I did not do. This is a perfect example of why I did not feel comfortable about the whole YouTube thing, because it's absolutely ridiculous that I would even have to go through this. This is not my first time with drama with another person on YouTube. Everybody remembers Samantha. Maybe you don't. I got accused of making them shut down their channel as well, when the reason they shut it down is because they came up with a bullcrap excuse of why they were doing what they were doing. And all my viewers were basically like, no. And they went and basically fought for, like, I didn't even have to say anything. They knew the facts. They spit the facts back at her. She didn't like it. She deleted everything, her website, her Facebook, all of it. She deleted all of her social media. Not my fault, not my problem. Okay. I was very nice about it. Am I going to sit here and lie and say that I feel 100% comfortable with people doing this? I do not. I'll be honest with you. I do not. You never want to financially incentivize people into getting an animal or anything based upon money. Let me tell you about foster care, okay? I was raised in foster care. I have a huge problem with the foster care system because it incentivizes people taking children for money. So what you end up having are crappy people who want to be foster parents because they can get money for it. Not because they want to be excellent parents to these abandoned children, but because they want money for it. That's why. So I don't like to incentivize anything like that. Okay. So it is what it is. My best friend Reese and I had even talked about this way before my live stream, because I literally was like thinking like, well, you know, like actually it's kind of a good thing for me. Like, you know, it's more people saying our kennel name. If they do well, then it could, you know, who knows? Maybe people could find out about me through her. There's a lot of positives to it, but there's also the potential for harm. And I, as a responsible human being who loves my dogs, has to think of all sides of it. Yes, it could help me, but I'm not going to sit here and only look at that aspect of it. And so I don't know. And as I said on live stream, I don't know what on earth I should do or shouldn't do when it comes to this in the future, because I'm an American who believes in liberty. I believe that you have the right to do whatever you want to do so long as you're not hurting somebody else or yourself. Okay, so it's not in my nature to tell somebody to shut it down, even if I see the potential for harm. It's not my place. But I was honest with her about it. I was honest with all of you about it. And that's where I'm leaving it. If that's not enough for her, if it's not, and I'll be honest with you, I over time did start to think that maybe her intentions were not pure. Because why is she playing the victim? Why is she accusing me of doing something I didn't do? Why didn't she get on whenever I told her about this and admit to it? Why didn't she text me back after she saw what happened? If she's got so much respect for me, why couldn't she at least give me the decency to text me back and apologize for me being accused of doing something that I didn't do? So I literally am at the point where I don't trust her. I don't. She had an Instagram before, like she was already starting a Instagram, like trying to make, she had like a different name, like she was doing something else and it wasn't working. I don't know. If you look at the age of her YouTube channel, which is what I did, her YouTube channel had been around since 2016. So she retitled her YouTube channel to Solo and Honey Bear. Okay. So I'm not a mind reader. I don't know exactly what was going through her head, but what I can do is I can take the little bits of evidence and I can say, okay, what's going on here? What is this? And try to make my best educated guess. And at this point, like I said in my text messages, I'm starting to believe that she was having ulterior motives. I'm starting to believe that she did not have the right intentions going forward, and that she was trying to make money off of the YouTube channel. And I think it's pretty dang obvious with the title of her video and the fact that she did not text me. If you wanted me to know something, if any of you wanted me to know something, I've never had anyone that didn't text me that had my number. Why would you tag me on IG. If you know anything about IG, you know that if you have the amount of activity that someone does on my channel, it is very easy to lose someone's notification. So it just didn't seem to me, to be honest. And that's where I'm going to leave it. I did not make a woman shut down her channel. If she starts it back up tomorrow, that's on her. I will still feel exactly the same effect. Well, maybe a little bit different now after all this, but this is ridiculous. I shouldn't have to defend myself for something I didn't do. It's a perfect example of why I don't want this, why I just want people who have the dog and who love the dog, and they don't want nothing other than to love the dog and hang out with the dog, okay? This is why I don't want all this crap. That's just the truth of it. Now I'm gonna drink my freaking coffee that I have not had yet today, and I'm gonna call my best friend back, and I'm gonna try to calm down and get this together. But I will not be accused of doing something I did not do. And for those of you who want to jump to conclusions every time something happens and be like, oh God, Rachel's horrible, Rachel did this. Let me be very clear with you. I'm not some fake YouTuber who goes around acting like I'm just so perfect and I'm just so everything. I'm very, very honest with people. If I don't like what something's doing, I'm going to tell you. Take it to the bank. If I didn't like what she was doing, if I didn't want her to have a YouTube channel, best believe I would have said something. I am not the kind of person that's going to sit there and tell you one thing on the camera and then behind closed doors do something else. I will always provide receipts. I will always back up what I say, and I will always be 100% honest. If you don't like it, bye, Felicia. You don't got to be here. Straight up. You don't got to be here. But do not go around trying to act like I'm somebody that I'm not, because I will not tolerate it. I'll boot you off with the quickness. So anyway, y'all have a great day, and I'll talk at you later. Bye.